Welcome everyone to another episode of the Train Studio. I'm your host, Sean Morris. Today on the Train Studio I have for you some updates on the Foy board. I know it's been a long time since I've done any videos and lots of people have been sending me messages and Facebooking me and asking me when I'm going to do some videos. And I will obviously be putting up more updates. This is just a quick one on my phone, so I apologize for the quality, but nonetheless, here's some work on the winter table. If you guys have been following on Facebook, you've seen some update pics along the way, but this is just half the board right here. This is the section I'm working on right now. The rest of the board is scattered over there and then down here. So this stuff here is a work in progress, as is this. This is just a little farther along, not much farther, but this one obviously just has some more stuff laid out and things like that. So basically what you're looking at right now is I'm doing the upper portion of the board, or what I refer to the upper portion. This is the less sort of field area. It's a little more dense in terms of buildings and whatnot. So I just envision a little bit of a strafing run coming through here. So this section here has all the destroyed buildings. I've just done the small craters as opposed to the large battlefront ones. I think these will look a little bit better, just because I'm going to have this kind of as an older strafing run, so I'm not going to make the craters quite so big. A lot more snowfall over them, so it's kind of made the holes a little bit smaller and filled them in. So hopefully that'll look all right. You can just see some sections here of the flex paste, and that's just where I'm going to be putting the bushes. So I actually have elevated that slightly, and here I have some slight raises as well, and that's just to create some undulations in the surface, so the snow is not quite so flat, but there would be quite a few flat areas, so I'm hoping that doesn't make it look too plain and bland. So I've done some treed section over here. As you can see, I've taken the battlefront to trees, and what I'm going to try to do in an attempt to make some area terrain that's quite defined, but at the same time not being too defined, is I've taken the tree sections and then I've built in just the snow paste, the flex paste, sorry, right around that. So these kind of slide in there ever so slightly, and then I'm going to use the snow to kind of create a wooded area that's not so snow covered, so that I can have some defined area here, and then the snow and bushes will kind of help blend that. So it will be defined in terms of gameplay, but I'm trying to also make it look like a slightly different surface area than everything else. So a little bit of a water feature in here. Right now there is probably about a 1/4 inch of still water, not still water, realistic water in there right now, and then I'll do the ice layer over top of that. So that's just drying up right now. Obviously you guys have seen the roads before, but that gap's not so obtrusive. It's just slightly there's a tablecloth underneath that's not allowing it to fit quite so nicely, but that's what the roads look like there. So you can see the tank tracks and the tire tracks and various things like that. The rocks. There's some rocks here as well, and that's just to create some, again, some variation. Here I have a little bit of a cemetery. These are going to be used to create slight raises to make it look like a little more fresh grave. And then there will be some other gravestones along here, and those will obviously be older ones. And then we even have a fresh grave right here that the casket's actually going to be visible there. So. And then again, like I said, mentioned the destroyed buildings. All the buildings have these outlines cut in, so that way when you're replacing buildings, they again don't migrate around the board, which is a pet peeve of mine. So they fit in there, and then they don't slide around. And what else? The walls and stuff, right now they're removable. They're just pinned, but when I do the snow and things like that, they'll actually be glued in place. So I was going to leave them pinned, but I think it's just a little bit too much hassle to replace and things like that. So, and then we have all the fencing and all that. So stay tuned, folks. As you can see, I'm just like working all over and just making messes. I'm not worrying about keeping it too neat and tidy right now, because I have so much on the go, and I'm trying to do a lot all at once. So stay tuned, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the update. And obviously comments and questions are welcome and encouraged, and that keeps me kind of making the videos and gives me an idea of what you guys are looking for and areas to focus on. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. So until next time, guys, cheers.